So you might be a business owner, but do you actually know the origin of the word client and why it's so important for your business? Well, we're going to talk about that here today. Hello, if you're new to this channel, I'm Lindsay Sewell, and I help you to build your business with proven strategies that will work for the long term. And today I'm going to share with you the 3 C's that I have coined as the most important things to building a successful business. And we're going to start with the word client. And I'm going to actually head on over to the Merriam-Webster dictionary and read you the definition of client. The definition of a client is one that is under the protection of another, or a person who engages the professional advice or services of another, a customer, or a person served by or utilizing the services of a social agency. So if we back up way in history, a lot of this origin comes from the legal relationship between a lawyer and their client, the power of privacy and the power of protection that the lawyer would grant to their client. It is somebody who is actually concerned with providing that person with care and direction and really valuable knowledge, information, and advice. So I want you to think about your own business. And do you treat your customers like clients or like customers? Because the way I see it is a customer is much more of a transactional relationship. You might be a customer at a retail store or a restaurant or a dry cleaners, but you're not under their care per se. They're not responsible for your best interests and being your trusted advisor. So when you show up in your business, how can you take your customers and turn them into clients? How can you provide more value for them? How can you look out for what their best interests are and treat this like a more lifelong relationship than just a transactional one? So client versus customer is the first, I guess, 2 C's of my 3 C's, but the first, we're going to just say 1, client versus customer, because I still have 2 more. Whoops, guess I can't count. Anyways, let's move on to the second. The second one is care. And this really stems from being a client versus a customer. But do you let your clients know that you care about them? And I don't mean that you're telling them that you love them so much or anything like that, or flattering them in a way that is unnecessary. But how do you provide value? How do you provide service to your customers, to your clients, that goes above and beyond what other people in the marketplace are doing? How do you show people that you care about them and you don't just have commission breath? That it doesn't just end at the sale, that you actually care about their well-being and the services that they're going to receive from you? Well, one of the ways that you can do that is by having phenomenal customer service. I actually just read this book recently, which I highly recommend, called Systemic Magic by Vance Morris. And he talks in this book about the 7 magic keys to Disneyfy your business. So have you ever been to Disney? If you've ever been to Disney, you know what a magical experience that is. And I'll give you an example. A couple of years ago, we took our kids to Disney and our flight got seriously delayed. We ended up landing there. We were supposed to arrive at 2 in the afternoon, and we didn't get there until almost 8 o'clock at night with a almost 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So this was already terrible. Plus, our dinner reservations that we had had for 6 p.m. had expired. And when we arrived at the hotel and we started walking down the corridor to try and find our room, we got lost. We were tired, we were frustrated, we were hungry, and we walked back to the front desk, and here was what they did. They actually called somebody over, took that person to escort us to our hotel room. They told us leave the bags. They would bring another staff member behind to bring all of our bags to the room for us so that we didn't have to drag them down the hotel. They got us settled inside of our room, and then they proceeded to call upstairs to the restaurant after they had asked us if we had had any dinner that evening. And we had said that we'd had reservations in the restaurant and that we had missed them, called up to the restaurant, and within the next 15 minutes was able to get us into the restaurant at a table so that we could sit there and see the fireworks go off while we ate our dinner with our children. Now, do you think that I happily handed over my money to Disney that week? 100% absolutely. And that was just the first of many of the magical experiences that they created for us while we were there. I would say they truly treated us as long-term generational clients and not just customers. And they did it with incredible customer service and by truly showing us how much they cared that we were spending time and money in their facility and with them. So what are the ways that you can do that? If you are a coach, do you offer your clients written follow-up notes from their sessions with you or video recordings? Do you do a branding package for them, or do you send them a welcome gift? Do you send them maybe your favorite personal development books or books related to the industry that you coach in? Do you send them a thank you letter after they either enroll with you or they finish their sessions with you? If somebody is spending hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of dollars with you, how impactful could it be for you just to send them a small handwritten thank you letter, letting them know that you appreciate their business? If you're in network marketing, what could you do to make it more valuable for your team? Could you provide team training calls or groups or potentially training sequences for them so that they know exactly what they need to do? Contests or cultural events and get-togethers and things that are fun for them. How do you show your clients, your customers, that you care? So I highly suggest you grab a copy of this book. But even if you don't, just starting to let those wheels turn in your head about how you can show more that you care and not that you're just looking for the commission is going to go a long way in your business. And the third C that I want to leave you with is consistency. How consistent are you in your business, even on the days that you don't feel like it? Motivation is common. Endurance is rare. Do you have the endurance? I have consistently emailed my list week after week after week since I started building an email list almost 3 years ago. Now, there's days when that doesn't come easy to me, when I don't feel like writing a letter. There's days when I don't feel like recording a video, or I don't feel like coaching all day long. But I show my dedication and commitment and care to my clients and my business through my consistency. And because of that consistency, people can trust me and they can rely on me. Think about this for a second. Who are you more likely to want to buy from or join in a business or partner with? The person who shows up with massive action for 14 days and then disappears for 6 months? Or the person who shows up week in and week out, day in and day out, and you know that they're going to be reliable and you know that they're going to be there for you? I am not a big fan of people who display a lot of hustle and grind and massive action, because oftentimes they're only able to do that for a short period of time, and then they burn out or they disappear or they need to recover. I'm more like the turtle, I guess, in that respect, in that I am consistently doing the strategic things that I know will move my business forward. It's consistent, almost mediocrity, in that I know that there are certain things that I will need to do day in and day out to serve my clients, to serve my customers, and to serve my potential future customers, so that they know that they can rely on me and they see that consistency. So just to recap, I want to make sure that you guys are thinking in your business about the difference between customers and clients, showing up and letting people know you care, and then being consistent in your business. And if you like this type of content, you want to learn more about these marketing strategies, how you can employ them in your business, then go ahead and click the link below and join my Marketing Made Fun app. I would love to invite you to check that out, and then head over to the next video, which is all about building your email list, which is probably the top thing that you can do to be consistent over time to build more profit into your business. I'll see you in the next video.